Keep pounding, Panthers fans. After a rocky start that had everyone questioning the direction in Charlotte, there's a glimmer of hope cutting through the fog. The Panthers sit at 5-5, quietly climbing back into contention in the NFC South, with eyes locked on that pivotal Week 11 clash against the rival Falcons down in Atlanta. But whispers of injuries have been hanging over the locker room like a storm cloud, threatening to derail this unexpected surge. The offense that has shown sparks of life needs every piece in place to keep the momentum rolling and chase down the Buccaneers for the division crown. If you're part of this crew, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join the conversation. This community runs on real fans like you. Now the heartbeat of this story, the player who's been carrying the load on the ground. It's running back Rico Dowdle, and the update on his status couldn't come at a better time. Dowdle's quadriceps injury popped up earlier in the week, sidelining him from Wednesday's practice and limiting him Thursday. For a back who's been the engine of Carolina's rushing attack, that's the kind of news that sends chills through Bank of America Stadium. But Friday flipped the script. Full participant in practice listed as questionable for Sunday, all signs screaming that he's geared up to unleash hell in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This isn't just a body back on the field, it's the spark that could ignite the entire offense. Think about it. In 10 games, Dowdle's piled up 788 yards on the ground, third in the league with 5 touchdowns on 149 carries. He's not just running, he's bulldozing defenses, finding holes where none exist, and keeping drives alive. Add in 18 catches for 142 yards and another score through the air, and you've got a dual-threat weapon that's been Carolina's most reliable piece all season. Without him fully healthy, the Panthers' ground game sputters, and that's a recipe for disaster against a Falcons defense that's no pushover at home. But Dowdle's return isn't happening in a vacuum. The Panthers have been a roller coaster, starting 1-4, then clawing back to 5-5 by flying under the radar. That Week 9 win over the Packers felt like a statement, but the last 3 games, 2 losses, scraping by with just 32 points total. The offense has gone cold, and it's not hard to see why the heat's on quarterback Bryce Young. Young, the former top pick, has flashed that elite potential: 1,514 yards, 11 touchdowns, even some mobility with 84 rushing yards and a score. But the last 2 outings, measly 226 passing yards combined. Interceptions creeping up to 7, dependability in question under pressure. Against Atlanta with the division on the line, Carolina can't afford another fade. Dowdle pounding the rock takes the edge off the pass rush, gives Young breathing room to sling it downfield. This matchup screams divisional intensity. The Falcons are talented, hungry, playing under those bright lights in their house. But if Dowdle's quad holds, if he can churn out those chunk yards, it opens everything up. Imagine the scenes: Dowdle bursting through for a 50-yarder, Young hitting a deep ball to the end zone, the Panthers faithful erupting even from afar. It's the kind of momentum that could propel them into the playoff hunt, turning whispers into roars. Yet there's that nagging doubt: the margin for error is razor-thin. Lose to Atlanta, and the Buccaneers pull further ahead with Baker Mayfield orchestrating their attack. Win, and suddenly Carolina's back in the mix, keeping the faith alive for a wild-card push or even snatching the South. Dowdle's health is the linchpin, the symbol of this team's resilience. Keep pounding isn't just a slogan, it's the pulse right now in Charlotte, beating stronger with every positive update. As the sun sets on another practice week in Charlotte, the Panthers are holding their breath, but it's a breath laced with optimism. Rico Dowdle's full participation isn't just a checkmark on an injury report, it's a declaration. He's been the workhorse, the guy who turns third and long into first and goal, who wears down defenses until they crack. His 788 yards aren't stats on a page. They're a miles of heart, every carry a testament to why the Panthers believed in this rebuild. And with him questionable but trending up, the coaching staff can finally exhale, plotting plays that lean on his vision and burst. But let's zoom out to the bigger picture. The NFC South is a dogfight, messy and unpredictable. Tampa's got Mayfield slinging dimes, Atlanta's got that home field edge, and New Orleans lurking. Carolina's 5-5 record feels fragile, earned through grit rather than glamour. That early one for skidded fans pounding their fists, questioning Bryce Young's readiness, wondering if the pieces would ever fit. Yet here we are staring down a chance to go 6-5, to inject life into a season that started buried. Young's arc this year is the stuff of soap operas. Flashes of brilliance, those 11 touchdowns, the mobility that adds a scrambling threat, remind us why he was the #1 pick. But the struggles, 7 picks, those low-yardage duds against tougher foes. It's youth meeting the NFL's grind, and Week 11 could be the pivot. With Dowdle healthy, the run game balances the attack, lets Young operate from a position of strength. No more one-dimensional sets, it's complementary football, the kind that wins divisions. Scoring woes have plagued them lately. 32 points over 3 games is anemic for a team with playoff aspirations. The Falcons' defense will test that, especially on the road where Atlanta feeds off the crowd. But Dowdle's return could flip the script. Picture him gashing for 100 yards, setting up Young for play-action magic. The Panthers' line, battle-tested, finally protecting their QB while opening lanes. It's not just about one game, it's the momentum to carry into December, where every win stacks the deck for a postseason berth. And let's talk about the emotions surging through Panther Nation. From the tailgates in Charlotte to the watch parties across the Carolinas, there's a quiet fire building. Keep pounding echoes in every chant, a reminder of the resilience that defines this franchise. They've overcome draft bust labels, ownership transitions, and now this injury hiccup. Dowdle embodies that, a running back who grinds, who fights for every yard like it's the last. His receiving touchdown earlier this year, a cherry on top, showing versatility that defenses hate scheming against. If Young bounces back, connects on those intermediate routes, avoids the turnovers, it pairs perfectly with Dowdle's thunder. The offense awakens, the defense, led by whatever vets they can muster, holds the line. Victory in Atlanta isn't a pipe dream, it's plausible, especially with the underdog narrative fueling them. Beat the Falcons and the South Titans, putting pressure back on Tampa. Suddenly the Buccaneers aren't untouchable, Carolina's in the rearview, hungry and gaining. As kickoff approaches, the questions linger. Can Dowdle shake off any rust? Will Young's arm heat up under the Mercedes-Benz lights? The answers could redefine the second half. For a fan base that's endured the lows, this is the spark, hope wrapped in grit, pounding toward relevance. Panthers fans, hold tight. The roar is building from the field to the stands, one carry at a time. Keep pounding, the fight's just getting good.